So it would be easy to review the Princess Diaries. Really easy, since it's my favorite book series and I've read it multiple times. And I could do that, even though I haven't read it in over a year and I don't have them physically with me right now. But I thought, why don't we do something fun? Instead of reviewing the Princess Diaries, I'll compare and contrast the movie. Yay! Okay, but no, seriously. Like, a lot of people really like the Princess Diaries movie, and they haven't even read the book. And they'll be like, "Isn't the movie like a perfect adaptation?" This comes. I have a friend who I graduated high school with, and I'm friends with her on Tumblr. And she made this big rant about how people bitch about movies being made into books being made into movies. And then she listed a lot of good adaptations that included The Cat in the Hat and The Princess Diaries. And I realized that people don't freaking know what The Princess Diaries is. So first off, Mia doesn't get a magic makeover to make her pretty. She just gets all her hair cut off, so it's less of a yield sign, more of like a triangle. It's still puff, it's still blonde, it's still there. So the whole magically transforming the ugly duckling into Anne Hathaway, she stays about as average as she was before. Thing number 2. In the movie, Mia's dad is dead. He's not dead in the books. Thing number 3. In the movie, it has Clarice as queen, which isn't right. She's Dowager Princess. Because Genovia is a principality, and they don't have queens. Genovia has princes and princesses. And Clarice doesn't rule Genovia. Philippe does, but I guess since they killed him in the movie, they had to change it. Number 4. Grandmere is nice. Like, they got Julie Andrews playing Grandmere. I'm like, but in the book, Grandmere's this scary thing with, like, tattooed on eyeliner, drinking side cards with her poodle, and she's so mean and vicious and wants to rip you apart and hateful, and she's filled with anger and vileness. I mean, Grandmere is very much a villainish type character. I picture her as Cruella de Vil. And you got Julie Andrews playing her, and she's so nice and caring, and no. Grandmere would break his shit up, Mia. All this, I don't want to be a princess. Grandmere don't care. I mean, and in fact, with Grandmere being nice, oh, sorry, in the movie she's just the grandmother. Grandmere, come on, fuck it. But with her being nice, it actually makes Mia seem kind of like a little tit for not wanting to do princess lessons. Number 5. It's her public speech teacher, her debate teacher that Helen gets a date with in the movie instead of the algebra teacher. I don't really understand why they needed to change that, or why it made any sense, but it bothered me. Number 6. Jeremiah. Now in the movie, he's that redheaded kid with the sweater. I don't know who he is. Like, I'm guessing they took Kenny and Boris from the books and morphed them together into this sweater-wearing Jeremiah. But why couldn't they just be like, oh hey, this is Boris? I mean, they even had him kind of paired with Lily, so they literally just could have not called him Jeremiah and called him Boris. I mean, he had Boris' sweaters. I don't understand why they changed that. There's a lot of things in this that I don't understand why they changed them. Like, little things. It's like, why did you change all the names? What purpose does that serve? I mean, like Josh's last name changed, and thing number 7. Why did you change the setting from New York to San Francisco? Like, the fuck? What does that do? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Could it not happen just as easily? And, I mean, was there any reason at all to change the setting? At all. Movies don't make sense to me. Honestly, they do not make any sense. Like when they're making adaptations and they're like, let's change the setting and names. And the end. Actually, let's change everything and just call it the same name. Seriously, why change the setting? It doesn't make any sense. Lars became Joey. Why? Why change his name? Why can't he be named Lars? Still a bodyguard. Just freaking name him Lars. What is that romance between Joey and Grandmere? Like, no, there is no bodyguard, Grandmere Lovin'. Like, no. Seriously. Why does Mia have a car? Why is she obsessed with a car? What does that car matter? That is totally not Mia's personality in the book at all. Look at me car. Oh, my baby. Mia don't give a fuck. Mia just wants to write. And the movie had nothing about Mia wanting to be a writer. Mia's always wanted to be a writer. She just sits there and freaking writes all the time. And in the movie, she's like, oh, my pretty car, pretty car. Oh my god, what? Like, seriously, what? And Michael being a mechanic working on her car? What? Dude, Michael's a scientist, and he's in the band Sandbox, but he's more of a scientist. I mean, come on. Micro Mini Midori and the whole 10th book and the 9th book and 8th book and Michael being a scientist and doing scientisty things and... Why the fuck is he a mechanic working on Mia's car? That doesn't make any sense. At all. I don't get why they changed it. I don't get why they changed books to movies. I don't. Alright. So, we already talked about things like changing people's names, like leaving people out, the whole Jeremiah Boris Kenny thing. Mia's only friend in the movie, besides Jeremiah, who doesn't count because he doesn't exist, is Lily. Oh no, don't get me wrong. They got Lily perfect. Absolutely A+ perfect for Lily. But she had a lot more friends than that in the books. I mean, like, Tina Hampkin Baba. Oh my god, her Tina Hampkin Baba. No, Mia! No. And her Tina Land with the romances and her other friends who, I want to say, like, Sinlu or Lucin. I can't remember their names. Like, right now, I know there's Perrin of Undetermined Gender, and Kenny, and Boris, and Lily, Tina, and Singlu? Oh my god, no. Suland? I don't remember her name. Lingsu? I think it might be Lingsu. I, I don't remember her name right now. It's got an L and an S, and it's kind of like whatever I named before, so... But they cut all that out to make her, I guess, appear like more of a loser. I'm not really sure. I thought it would have been nice to see people like Tina Hampkin Baba portrayed on screen, and also see that Mia wasn't going to freaking school, but whatever, I guess, you know. They don't like that. Mia has to only have 2 friends, one of which was made up. I don't see why they couldn't have just gotten rid of Jeremiah and put one of the friends from the books in there. Would it have been that hard? Yes, I am angry about Jeremiah. He does not make any sense being in here at all. Why is he in the Princess Diaries? Why don't we just pick up Jeremiah and throw him in the trash can and replace him with Boris or Tina Hampkin Baba? Why is it so hard? The whole her having to go to Genovia thing at the end, like, really? Why is she going to Genovia? She doesn't have to go to Genovia until, like, she graduates from high school and college and shit, and her dad dies and she has to rule. And that thing. Like, it's not this pressing matter she has to do right now. Speaking of pressing matters in the Princess Diaries, what the fuck is that sequel? Like, what? Her and Michael break up. She gets with that other guy. She has to be married to get the crown when, 1, it doesn't freaking work that way. 2, she can't be queen anyway. And 3, stupid. Like, did they pull the sequel out of their ass? Because this has absolutely nothing to do with the books whatsoever. Like, seriously? Seriously? She doesn't have Michael? And she's in Genovia now? How old is she? Did she already graduate high school? And again, she doesn't even diary. We don't talk about the sequel. There was no sequel. It's bad enough that there was the movie. Actually, no, I really, really love the Princess Diaries movie. But speaking between like books and movies, what the fuck was that? But no, the sequel doesn't exist, except for the fact that guy is really hot in it, so it does exist, and I do watch it quite frequently. But in the universe of the books, fuck that movie. Just so you know, that doesn't happen. It's all wrong. So this has been my Princess Diaries rant. I hope you enjoy it. I like comparing books and movies. I might do more. I was going to do a Hunger Games one, but there was nothing to complain about. And if it's not complaining, it isn't fun. So maybe next time. Wait, I said I wasn't going to do that again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, my baby, bye-bye. He's judging me.